Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to do first impression on this new foundation from Wet n Wild called Photo Focus Foundation. There it is. And mine is in Beige Bronze. And you would think, because it's got bronze in it, it's not really, you would think it was dark, but it isn't. So this foundation comes with one of those spoony things, which are okay. I'm not a fan of it, but that's okay. So let's apply. Let me put my headbands on. I'm gonna match them, my square headbands, with my t-shirt. I'm going actually to show you, because a lot of time people ask me what I apply before my foundation. You know, I don't really use primers. I do sometimes because I have some primers, but I've always said I don't really see much difference in a primer. The first thing I always apply in the morning is the DEVA vitamin C, E and ferulic acid serum. Only a little bit, about half of the pipette. I just put it in the palm of my hand, rub it together. And I always rub it in the back of my hands, whatever I've got left. So when that has sunk in, I usually, like in the winter, I apply my Murad moisturizer, but now I use some sort of SPF. And I really like under foundations the Sultan Dry Touch SPF 50. So I apply that quite generous amount. Do you know what I forgot? I forgot to bring my eye cream, but that's okay, I just apply this. I have like discolorations on both sides on my neck, and that's obviously from the sun, so need to apply it there as well. I'm going to wait for it to sink in a bit, and I will apply this foundation one side with my Artis Oval 7 brush and one just with a sponge. Okay, so as you can see, this is not very dark. So I just did that much, and I will do this side with the brush. I wouldn't say it applies that nicely. It doesn't spread out that nicely. Let's try with the sponge on this side. That wasn't enough, definitely. Remember that when you apply foundation with a sponge, and you know, if you want lighter finish, not too much coverage, then that's good, because the sponge will absorb some of the foundation. I would say it's a medium coverage. And I don't feel like he's a applying that nicely, if you know what I mean. It's not smooth. Let's do some more on this side and do it with the brush. So to get coverage that I like, I obviously have to apply a bit more. Okay, the color is quite good, I would say, for me, but the coverage, you know, it's okay. The finish, I would say, is semi-matte. I can see a bit of shine, and it definitely applies. You get more coverage with the brush than with the sponge. Let me do my concealer now. I use the Tarte Shape tape in light medium. And always on my nose. Okay, I will powder this with my Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder, because that's what I've been using for ages now on the top of my foundation, and it works perfectly with my Shiseido Synchro Skin. We will see how it works with this one. I don't ever judge foundation just without powdering it and doing everything else, because I would never just go out like this. I have to powder my foundation. And usually makes a difference. And then under my eyes I will powder with the Kat Von D translucent powder, but I didn't bring any brush to use it with, so I need to go and get one. Okay, this is a Wayne Goss 02 brush. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe I zoom you in a bit. So I don't know, like I said, the coverage is medium. You can build it up a bit. I can still see my sunspots or freckles, whatever they are, but it's not too bad, you know. It looks a bit makeup-y, but all my foundations do, you know. As soon as you want some decent coverage, it is gonna look like makeup. But yeah, it's not too bad, and I love it with this powder because, you know, powder can make a difference. This is mattifying, but at the same time it gives a bit of glow. So there you go. So I will go and finish the rest of my makeup, and then we will check throughout the day. Okay, so I finished my makeup and I'm quite happy. It looks okay. It doesn't look as good as some of my other foundations, but for the price and, you know, for drugstore foundation, it looks okay. Let me zoom in. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Let's see how it wears throughout the day, because it doesn't really say, I mean, I didn't look into details, but on the bottle it doesn't say if this is long wear foundation, if it is matte foundation. Just says that you won't get flashback if you take photographs while you're wearing this foundation. So we will see how it performs throughout the day. Okay, so it is 5 o'clock now. So it has been 7 hours. I haven't done anything. I never really touch up my makeup throughout the day, unless I'm going somewhere later on in the evening. I might powder a bit, but I've done absolutely nothing. And it's holding up quite well. I can see it's gone a bit shiny on my chin and on my forehead, and just tiny bit here, but this is quite normal for me this time of year. So for your information, I have pretty normal skin. It gets a bit drier in the winter, and in the summer it's normal with sort of oily T-zone. So I usually get shiny, but yeah, I would say it's come off a bit around my nose and tiny bit of my chin, but yeah, it doesn't really settle in any lines. Yeah, it's not bad. Shall I zoom in? Can you see it's a bit shiny here and here? But I wouldn't say, I've got quite textured forehead now with age, but I wouldn't say it emphasizes it any more than any other foundation. Yeah, so all in all, for the price, I think this foundation is in US something like $6. I don't know how much it is here. This actually has been sent to me by my friend Carmen. She always, when she finds something new, she goes, hey, have you tried this? And she sends me stuff. So thank you, Carmen. I think this is very good foundation for drugstore, and for the price, you know. I've had worse foundations that were high-end. So yeah, I don't know how it would perform obviously on a very oily skin or very dry skin, because like I said, I'm quite normal. So if you don't have skin like me, you are better off to look for a review of this foundation on someone with the skin you have. It is very difficult to review foundations, I feel, because our skin is so different. Everybody's skin is different, and it's so many other factors, like what skincare you use under it, what SPF you use under it, if you use any primers, and obviously what look you are after, what you like. You know, what I like, it might not be what you like. So it is very difficult. I can only tell you what I feel about it and how it looks on my skin, and you can see it. So the only thing I didn't like about it, I actually don't mind the applicator. I don't mind that thing, although, you know, if you touch your face, you put it in it back in. But if it's on your face that you are touching, then who cares? I didn't feel that it applied very well, that it spreads very nicely, which is quite annoying. I think maybe if you put quite a lot of it straight away, then, you know, it would spread a bit better. But if you try just tiny bit and then add it, it does not seem to apply that well. I got better coverage with the brush, obviously a bit more sheer coverage with the sponge, but that's just normal. Okay, my lovely, so that's what I think of this foundation, and I really like the color. It's quite good, and obviously, you know, I've used all the powders that you saw I used, so that's another thing. Depends what powders you use on the top of this foundation will look different again. So yeah, let me know if you tried it and how you liked it, but thumbs up for the price. Yeah, thumbs up. And I really like the color. The color really suits me. I look a bit paler in the camera than in real life. Unfortunately, the weather's been playing up today. It always does that to me when I film or it gets really dark and miserable, or the sun keeps going in and out, changing my lighting. So I've got my ring light. I brought my ring light down here to get a bit more light. Okay, my lovelies, so that's it. I like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.